All right, we got Mr. Wrong. It's one of the lists that's a little bit all over the place, so I have to like find out which one's the last one. I believe the last one from Mr. Wrong that we read was 2478, which was ordinary Japanese people. I believe that's the one where like you have to like the amalgamation of 14 legs and 14 arms and multiple, I think 7 heads, joining like the Japanese like people in war, and everybody who's Japanese looks at them as like, oh, they're just regular people. And whenever they pick like items up with the 14 hands, they would legitimately like look at that and be like, oh, they have telekinetic powers because things are floating around them, but actually it's one of the arms holding the things, which was pretty good. I think that's oh, okay, you sent me something on Discord. Gotcha. I will read this in my own time. The one we put on Reddit. Nope. I guess I will not spoil about it. And Zeno, do not tell Casabon about the list, because I do want to keep that a secret for future projects. So, all right. So, Mr. Wrong, we had that work of yours. Now we have. We're going back to Japan, boys. Kappa Population Distribution. More in Mongolia than anywhere else. Okay, we're not going to Japan, boys, but Kappa is a Japanese mythological being, so... Okay. Object class Euclid. 05 clearance. Special containment procedures to house -A instances currently in Mongolia. The Lake Kurvsgol settlement area LKSA, sorry if I butchered that, has been established in collaboration with the government of Mongolia. -A instances held at LKSA are not to be transported out of Mongolia and are to be filled with GPS tracking bracelets on one of their limbs. And we were going to Mongolia, boys. Lake Kurvsgol settlement area LKSA. Ooh, that's nice. Nice photo. Nice photo. Nice. It's a mutiny? Oh, it is mutiny. Okay. -A instances located in the native settlements are to be monitored via remote underwater drones. See document 2511K. I'm going to say K. For a list of said settlements. Mobile Task Force Kappa. Makes sense. K for Kappa. 26. Kappa Zul. Shaka Zul. Sorry. Got the that was from Epic Rap Battle of History. It's to be divided into divisions. K26 Alpha based at LKSA and K26 Beta based at Site 49. MTF K26 Alpha is tasked with the following duties: oversee relocation of -A instances recovered in Mongolia to LKSA. Serve as liaison to the -A community in LKSA. Maintain census record of the total population of -A instances in LKSA. Census is to be updated once every 3 months. I have to open up the window a lot more because, God, it's fucking hot in here. If you guys real bad with the heat, I might have to activate the aircon for a little bit. But yeah, right now let me just open the window. MTAFK 26 Beta is tasked with the following duties: monitor -A instances located in the native settlements via remote underwater drones. Maintain census record of the total population of -A instances in native settlements. Census is to be updated once every 3 months. Update. 1st 10th 2002. Prevent any pre-adolescent humans from having contact with river bodies where -A settlements are found. If said individuals have contact with said river bodies, MTK26 Alpha to be notified. Initiate procedure 975 serious to recover them. Yeah, you don't want a Kappa around you. At the end, in Japanese myths, there are. I mean, Zeno, you should know. Right? You should know what they do. Description: SB2511 refers to a series of phenomena involving a population of approximately 10,000 specimens of -A. I was talking about the other thing, but That can't be right. No, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that aspect of them. But I was thinking of the way they eat a certain organ. But yes, you're right. But yeah, you're right. They eat children. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. They they eat your organs through your. Not. They might eat children. They do kidnap children. But they eat whoever. But it's not always guaranteed because sometimes they're just being a little silly. It has been said that Kappas are like mischievous. They're very mischievous because like they do horrible things, but also in the same time they don't. Like it's very much a 50-50 chance of what the Kappa decides to do. They can also be defeated by because they have water on top of their head, right? And they have to keep that water in there. So if they bow, the water flows out and it's just like oh. Description: SCP-2511 refers to a series of phenomena. Okay, 10,000 yeah, these are said phenomena are follows. Get into yokai. Kazabon, if you wanna read about Kappas, the Japanese urban legends and myths are very much all over the place, but they're fun. As Zeno said, yokais and stuff like that. That's definitely Kappa is very interesting because it's like a yokai, but it's also like what we would consider a cryptid. So yeah, if you want to get into it, Kappa is an easy one to do so. A mass teleportation event that occurred on 8th July 1990, whereby approximately 10,000 Dash instances were displaced from the native habitats in northern Kyushu, specifically the Japanese prefecture of Fukuoka, Saga, Nagasaki, Kumamoto, and Oita, to water bodies throughout Mongolia. Makes sense. So it's like it makes sense because it's connected to each other. I see. When displaced Dash-A instances exit Mongolia either on foot or via vehicle. The idea of a Kappa is just like taking a bus. They will spontaneously disappear upon crossing Mongolian borders and remanifest in a location within Mongolia. But where? Like just randomly somewhere in Mongolia? Just like they're just in the middle of a mountain, like just like John Travolta, like Pulp Fiction meme, like the ratio of Dash-A instances in Mongolia to those outside Mongolia is such that the former is consistently larger than the latter. If Dash-A population in Mongolia becomes less than that outside Mongolia, additional Dash-A instances will be displaced from outside Mongolia until the ratio is maintained. Okay, so you have to keep it perfectly balanced. All things should be. Dash-A refers to species of bipedal amphibian humanoids physically resembling the Andreas japonicus, Japanese giant salamander, yet possessing mammalian traits such as the presence of hair and mammary glands. Average height and mass of Dash-A is 1.50 meters and 60 kilograms. Yeah, they're tiny little shitheads, respectively. Dash-A's native language is an unknown language linguistically related to the Japonic language family, although many are capable of speaking the Saga dialect of Japanese. Dash-A is typically native to settlements found in the rivers of northern Kyushu, although a population of instances have been found in Mongolia due to SCP-2511 as stated in paragraph 1 of description. An artist's impression of a suspected Dash-A instance cited in 1836 CE deemed to be among the more accurate historic depiction of Dash-A. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. Give me that buzz and also take off your... What if we dig a hole to the other side of Earth? When would Mongolia end? I think if you dig a hole to the other side of the Earth, that would be a whole other problem than Mongolia and Kappas. I think that would be a bigger issue to worry about. Does that mean that other yokais are real? I mean, it's already confirmed they are. Because the other one of Mr. Wrong, Ordinary Japanese People, has already stated that the Japanese side of anomalous organizations have used yokais in battles. So yes, they're real. I like how this SCP is an anomaly affecting an anomaly. Yeah, basically, right? It's like the Kappas are like, oh, they exist. That's crazy. That's already crazy enough, right? That Kappas exist. But then to an added bonus now, they get teleported somewhere randomly in Mongolia. Dash-A's most distinct physical trait is the hemispheric concavity on the head with an approximate circumference at 35 centimeters, usually filled with water. If less than 25% of the concavity volume is filled with liquid, Dash-A will experience full body. Exactly, that's why, as Zeno said, if they bow, the water falls down, they're just like... So, I like how this is like lore accurate to actually... Like, it's pretty much accurate to what a Kappa is in Japanese mythology. But yeah, as you said, there's this whole other effect that they have to worry about where these things are just fucking... ending up somewhere random in Mongolia. Dash-A instances were first identified outside Bulgan, Mongolia, along the banks of the Orkhon River. Subsequent investigation identified up to 10,000 Dash-A instances, with the highest concentration of instances in the southern shores of Lake Kovskol. Through interviews with Dash-A instances in LKSA, approximate location of the native settlements in Japan were identified. It's always crazy how, like imagine you have to, like, count all these guys, yeah? Yeah, full myth nerd coming out of me. Same here, dude. Same here. Addendum 1 below is an excerpt of a report of identified Dash-A settlements in northern Kyushu as observed via underwater drones. Dash-A instances are commonly engaged in the construction of underwater structures similar to tumuli of the Kofun period. However, these tumuli appear to be devoid of corpses, now instead filled with personal effects. Okay, so that's looks like we have a split in the Kappa lore path here now, so let's continue though. Addendum 2, the following consists of the interview with Dash-A 126, Chikoku no Kawasaru, as Dash-A instance regarded as a literati among the Dash-A community. Oh, so he's like, I'm clever, I'm smart. View interview log A Dash-A 126-1. Okay, here we go. The thing is now, since Howard hasn't told me how many words I have to read, I also don't know which tale we can or cannot read. We have to, like I said, a lot of blind stuff. Honestly, let them stay away from Japan. They don't deserve those menaces. I think, again, if you think about all the yokais that Japan have, Kappas are the least of their worries. It's a border, yes. But all you gotta do is just not go in the water. Or at least in the water where they live in. Interviewee Dash-A Dr. Misako McMorrow. The following interview is originally conducted in the Saga dialect of Japanese. Yeah, there's giant skeletons that, yep, exactly, there you go, see? So I think the Kappas are definitely a bit on the lower of the we have a problem list. Okay. Good morning to you. May we have your name for records? Dash-A 126 stares blankly at Dr. McMarrow. Excuse me, is anything wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. It's just odd and intriguing that you can still survive to this day.
What do you mean?
It may feel awkward to say this, but you kind are creatures of myth to us, the children of the sun that walk the day. There were legends our forefathers had written the day of flowers when you overcame the children of the night. But I am really amazed to see one such child of the sun up front and so admirable.
Okay, we have a footnote saying here, access to Dash-A's account of the day of flowers is restricted to at least level 3 security clearance. Let's see what this one is all about. Okay. SCP-1. Oh! The fucking Bigfoot family. Of course, that makes sense. One cryptid talking about another cryptid. Of course! There's also other species of Kappa people forget. Also check the discussion. Sure thing. Will do. I should not have said yes to like checking discussion. No, I'm just kidding. I probably will not read them out loud. I will just read them in my head, because like otherwise, like I said, I want to read for all 10 SCPs, but and at the same time I don't want to add more work. I'm really like controversial when it comes to, not controversial. I'm what's it called? Hypocritical when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't mind reading 5 hours, but then if I'm like I have to add extra stuff, I'm like, oh shit. But I will read the discussions. Let me just go on where we are. I'm flattered by your claims, but may I ask for your name? You may call me Misako. Misako-san, what is your source name? Excuse me, please elaborate. The name of your home river. In my case, since I'm from Chikoku River, I'm Chikoku no Kawasaru. Kawasaru-san, we of the service won't have a source name. Dash 826 size. The Chikoku. My parents would be most worried for me. It will be alright. We are here to help you, but we also need you to cooperate with us and tell us what happened before you ended up here. I don't know, it was an ordinary day before this happened. I slept for the night as usual, and the next day, I thought the water tasted differently. When I opened my eyes, that's when I realized I was no longer at home, and here I am. Thank you for the account. Is there anything peculiar prior to the event? Nothing much, all was ordinary, but I do remember having a dream the night before. There was some incantation echoing in my mind, as though it were a demonic curse. Can you recall any bit of it? Zakapa izu mo commandery fondo. Wait, found in Mongolia. Wait. So the Kappa is more common. It sounds like yeah, found in Mongolia. So Kappa is more commandery. I wonder what commandery means. Does it say here? Speculated to be transliteration of the Kappa is more commonly found in Mongolia. Commonly. Okay, I have to think more like, yeah, I have to think in Jenglish. Other -A instances affected by SB2511 have quoted the exact phrases as well. I'm sure it's about my kind, but what is the Mongolia exactly? Wait, sorry, I read that normal. I'm sure it's about my kind, but what is Mongolia exactly? I believe you mean Mongolia. This is where we are now. Okay. That will have love, law, and will appear in the future. I'm actually they're called Yeren. You think Kappa are racist? Aren't they called Children of the Night? I really need to read the cactus. I mean, it does say here Children of the Night, so. I do believe they call themselves that as well. Addendum 3 on 2002. A 6-year-old Japanese male was reported missing after falling into the Chikoku River. There we go. Here we go. Here we go, boys. Low accuracy. 3 months after the incident, a child resembling was sighted in an orphanage in Ulaanbaatar. Caretakers of the orphanage claimed that the child was found along a nearby river and rescued by fishermen on 2002. Oh shit. So the Kappas can not only get teleported there, but whoever they hold on to comes with them. Although I wonder if that's the case, or if it's like either A, the anomaly teleports whoever crosses that river, or B, the child is actually a Kappa secretly. Coinciding with the reported time, have fallen into the Chikoku River. DNA analysis verified the child's identity as and was subsequently returned to his immediate family. Okay, so DNA analysis did not show anything like, Okay, no Kappa blood, no Kappa DNA. Procedure have been updated accordingly. See update, yeah, because it does say here, prevent any pre-adolescent humans to fall into the fucking river. Addendum. No, not you guys. You can. For on 2007, NTF K26 Alpha operatives have reported that several -A instances found in Kyagas Lake were taken by unidentified individuals. Oh wait, is this? I'm pretty sure this is the story that we read. Yes. Here it is. So no, this is the story that I read with the ordinary Japanese people, where they talk about how the yokais were part of the Japanese like anomalous groups for a long time, and they actually had having an organization that gathered them together. So yeah, what you guys said. Wait, did you read it? And Omibosu SP ones? I know you don't remember. Oh, never mind. I don't think I have. Wait, hold on. I have to look it up again. No, we did read something like that. We read a couple. No. I don't think we. Yeah, no, we haven't read that one, but we have read something else that was based on mythology, and I forgot which one that one was, but I have not read an Omibuzu one. Addendum 32. Gosh, that's a lot of addendums later. On the 7/7, MTF-K26 beta operatives have reported the mass disappearance of -8 instances that normally reside in the Matsura River in Karasu City, Saga Prefecture. Whereabouts unknown. Oh. Event log. Ooh, this looks like okay. This looks like we get to go back here once we read this one. So we shall not read that. But hey, there we go. There we go, guys. Kappas, the real. So Imperial Japan used kappas for war. Yeah, yep. Kappas, yokais, a bunch of that stuff happened. If you guys want to check, well, I say check. I'm pretty sure the stream itself. Let me actually check for you guys. The stream itself, when I read 2478, should still be up. So if you want to check that out, then because the video is not going to be out until like August. So, or maybe is it up until August? Let me check for you guys though. I'm pretty sure it should still be active in. Yep. Here we go. Yep. It's still around. So if you guys want to check out the stream where I read about ordinary Japanese people, where I read that article of kappas and yokais being part of the Japanese military, go right ahead, because like I said, the video in itself won't be out until August 4th. So yeah, either wait until August 4th to see me read that, or just whenever I'm done with the stream, or whenever you guys have time and motivation, you can check the stream out. It should be out for a while, because like yeah, as I can see, there's like streams that were out that are still alive and thriving since February. Yeah, so it should be out for another like couple months before it disappears. All right, next one, let's go.